Hello, Knights fans. I'm Mike Balestra, the Director of Athletic Communications. Joining me now to look back on the 2014 baseball season is head coach Chris Reardon. Coach, welcome.
Nice to be here, Mike.
Now, you played here under Ed Tatarian, you graduated from here, and now you returned as the coach. How would you assess your first season? What are your thoughts about your first season?
Well, it's a lot different than when I was here in 1998. A lot has changed, even from just from a facility standpoint. It's been upgraded tremendously. It's a really wonderful place to coach a team and to come watch a game. Unfortunately, the results were a lot different than they were in 1998 this year. We had a below 500 record, but it was the first year, and for me it was a great experience getting to know the guys and getting to know the conference a little bit better, and I see the potential with all the resources that we have. I see a lot of potential here for the program.
Well, it's funny, you talked about sort of the atmosphere, and I definitely have to say, it's really unique that all the fans kind of gather between the dugouts and behind home plate. It really does make for a unique atmosphere. And the fans that were here got to see some highlights this year. I want to start with early in the season, a game that your transfer pitcher Greg Gonzalez started, and that was the upset over Merrimack when they were regionally ranked. What are your thoughts about that game? What do you recall from that game?
Greg Gonzalez, a junior, transfer came to us from LIU Post, pitched a great game that day. He has the ability to command the strike zone, throw strikes, change speeds very well, did a great job keeping the hitters off balance for Merrimack, and they're a very good team. They have a great program. They've done very well with Coach Martin the last 3 or 4 years. For us, it was a good win, and we were looking for that win to hopefully propel us into the conference season. Unfortunately for us, it didn't springboard us, but it was still a great game to win on that day, and those are the kind of teams that we want to beat going forward, because that's going to give us a better chance to reach our goals, and that's going to be to get into the regionals and hopefully beyond one day.
Now, another highlight, one that I missed because it was a road game, unfortunately. You guys had a 1-0 win, I think in early April, over Bridgeport, and in that game, your starting pitcher from Boynton Beach, Florida, Jonathan Russell, struck out 17 batters and earned National Pitcher of the Week. Just talk about what that meant to you.
It meant a lot, because I don't think we've ever had a National Pitcher of the Week. Even when I played here, the teams were very good. We didn't have a National Pitcher of the Week, so having that is a great accomplishment for not only JJ, but for our program. I think Coach Alan Sontag, the pitching coach, has done a tremendous job working with all the pitchers, but especially JJ, because I think with JJ he had all the potential in the world, and if you look at his numbers between last year and this year, they're significantly better this year. So I really credit that to Coach Sontag and the work ethic of JJ. Couldn't have been happier for him, being that he's a senior. For me, one of the best games I've ever seen pitch. Complete control, complete dominance, 17 strikeouts in a 7-inning game, and the best part was we won 1-0. So that was great.
And then the final highlight for me, anyway, that I'd like to bring up was something that Hollywood couldn't have scripted any better. It was senior day. You had a walk-on. You're playing LIU Post. Not only do you beat Post, but your walk-on player hits a home run in the game in front of his family. Just what did it mean to have Robert Rosario hit that home run, and what did that game mean as a whole?
It was a special moment for all of us involved. Robert Rosario is a walk-on senior, did not play a lot this year, but when he did play, he gave 100%, and when he didn't play, he gave 100%. Very coachable young man, very intelligent young man, will go on and do great things after college. That day was special because gave him the start, started at third base, came up to bat, his first at bat, had runners on first and third, I believe first and third.
Yes.
We were looking for contact, a fly ball, anything to get that run home. I believe it was a 1-1 game at the time.
And you got a fly ball?
And we got a fly ball, and that's, as they say in the movie,
yes, anything hit that far should have a fly.
Anything hit that far should. It was a bomb.
Yes.
And it was great that his mom and brother were there in attendance to see to witness that moment. Couldn't have been more excited. Just a great kid, great kid, and we won again. We won. So when these great things happen, when you win, it's even better.
Sure. Now, not long after that, the East Coast Conference came out with their all-conference players, and one of your players, your left fielder Libro Burnett, who is another transfer from here in Queens, made the second team. Just what are your thoughts about that?
It's great for the team. It's great for the program, for the school. We want to have more guys make teams like that. That means we're doing a good job in developing and recruiting. We want to hopefully reach our goals again of conference championships and making regionals. And to do that, your teams have to be littered. Those all-conference teams have to be littered with guys from your program. Sure. In Lebro's case, he had a pretty good year. Is a multi-dimensional player, puts the ball in play, runs well. So he had a nice year, hit close to 300, I believe.
Over 300.
Over 300. He was one of the bright spots offensively for us, and hopefully he'll be able to duplicate that next year to give us a better chance to be more successful.
Now you mentioned next year. Let's look ahead very quickly. What can the fans expect to see out of the 2014-15 team?
More wins, hopefully. We're gonna work hard. We're gonna give it our all, like we did this year. Next year we'll be able to recruit some more players. Hopefully these guys that are coming in will be able to mesh well with the guys that we have returning. I have all the confidence in the world in the guys returning that they're going to improve over the summertime. They're going to work hard and get better, just like the guys we recruited. The expectations are the same for everybody. Everybody's got to work and give 100%. So I believe that we're going to do well next year. I really do. Well,
fans, that was men's baseball head coach Chris Reardon. You can follow the baseball team and all the Knights teams by logging on to www.queensknights.com.